Welcome to the Enchanted Lighthouse, where every week magical stories and new adventures await. Join our group of 7 wonderful animal friends as they bring tales about friendship, mystery, and wonder to life. From unexpected guests to heartfelt conversations under the moonlit sky, each story holds a gentle truth. We are so glad that you are here. Now let us begin. The Lighthouse of Wonders. Far beyond the edge of the map, where the sea hums gentle lullabies and the wind smells of salt and pine, there stands a lighthouse unlike any other. It is tall, red and white, with a special magical glow and windows that glimmer as if they remember every sunrise and sunset. This is no ordinary lighthouse. This is a place where light is more than brightness. It is warmth, it is community, it is home. The keeper of this lighthouse is Theo, a kind-hearted teddy bear with fur as soft as clouds and a yellow raincoat that never seems to get wet no matter how fierce the storm. But Theo's true magic is his glow. When he is happy, his heart lights up like a lantern, warming every room he enters. When someone is afraid or lost, his glow grows brighter, wrapping them in comfort like a cozy blanket. Theo isn't alone here. The lighthouse is alive with friends. Each one is extraordinary as the waves that kiss the rocky shore. The tenants of the lighthouse. One of the first to arrive long ago was Lumi, a young sea turtle who swims by night and reads the stars as if they are letters written just for her. The stars always know the way, she often says. Her voice is calm as moonlight on water. Milo, the Arctic fox, with his azure blue bandana, arrived one winter's night when the waves were frozen with silver frost. He is clever and mischievous, always full of tricks and riddles. A little laughter, he likes to say with a sly grin, makes for a brighter day. Then there is Hazel, a red squirrel with the most agile paws and a curious mind. She spends her days climbing the lighthouse beams, collecting pieces of driftwood and sea glass to craft tiny glowing lanterns. Hazel has a talent for capturing feelings, joy, hope, even a wish, and tucking them into her lanterns so they shine like bottled dreams. Olivia, the memory-keeping owl, joined them on a windy autumn day. Her feathers shimmer like dusk, and in her white golden eyes she carries stories. If someone feels lost in sadness, Olivia can hold their heavy memories for them, tucking them away safely until they are ready to be remembered gently. Then there is Zoe, the thoughtful sloth, who arrived on a misty afternoon carried by a breeze that smelled of rain and jasmine. With a flower tucked behind her ear and a satchel full of dreams, she brings quiet wisdom to the lighthouse. Zoe sees beauty in the slow unfolding of things, in stories, in friendships, in life. When we slow down, she often says, we notice the things that matter most. And finally there is Seppi, the youngest of the group, a playful, curious seal pup who has more questions than the tide has shells. He loves exploring and occasionally finds himself in trouble, but his heart is as big as the ocean itself. A night of storms. One evening, dark clouds gathered over the sea. The waves began to roar and rain fell in shimmering sheets. It was the kind of storm that makes the world feel small and the night seem endless. Theo climbed to the top of the lighthouse, his glow flickering like a candle against the wind. "We will need more than my light tonight," he called down. "This storm is strong. We will need everyone's magic." Lumi swam to the rocks and studied the sky. "The stars are hidden," she said. "But I know where they would be. I will draw their paths in the water." She began tracing patterns in the waves. her shell glowing faintly as if the constellations themselves were being mirrored on the surface of the sea. Hazel scrambled up the highest ledge, carrying her handcrafted lanterns. "I will hang these where the wind can catch them," she said, tying each glowing orb to the railings. The lanterns bobbed and danced, sending warm light in every direction. Milo, with his clever paws, shaped pieces of driftwood into little mirrors and placed them on the rocks. "Let's bounce the light," he said with a wink. "Even the moon would be jealous of this trick." Zoe stepped outside, her fur damp and glistening, and turned her face toward the wild sky. She didn't shout or rush. She simply stood still. A calm presence in the chaos. "Storms pass," she murmured gently, as though speaking to the wind itself. "And until they do, we stay steady." Her words settled into the air like falling petals, and for a moment even the storm seemed to pause and listen. Olivia stood in the doorway, her feathers ruffled by the wind. "I will share a memory of a safe harbor," she whispered. She closed her eyes and a soft golden memory spilled from her wings. Sailors sitting by the fire, warm tea in their hands, laughter ringing like bells. The memory floated outward, soothing the storm as though the sea itself could feel comfort. Seppi wriggled forward. "I want to help too," he barked. With boundless energy, he dove into the churning water, guiding fish and small sea creatures to safe, calm pools near the rocks. Together, their efforts wove a light so magical and gentle that even the storm began to calm. Ships far out on the dark horizon saw the glow and followed it safely home. The power of community. When the storm finally passed, the lighthouse stood bright and magical, its windows shining with warmth. Theo looked around at his friends, his heart glowing brighter than ever. "We did it," he said softly. "We shone our light together. Alone, each of us is strong, but together we can guide the world through any darkness." The others smiled, tired but happy. Hazel released a new lantern into the sky, one filled with gratitude. It drifted upward, glowing like a small star reborn. That night, as everyone gathered by the fire, Theo whispered, "This lighthouse isn't just a home. It's a promise. A promise that no one is ever truly alone when they have a community to light the way." Every story has something to teach us. What did we learn today? The strongest light comes from the kindness we share and the ways we lift one another. When we work together, we can weather any storm. Thank you for stopping by here today. If you enjoyed this episode, give it a like and don't forget to come back next week for a brand new adventurous story. Want to learn more about the magical tenants who live here? Visit enchantedlighthouse.com for a mystical map, creative artwork, and a few special gifts. Until then, be kind and share your light. See you next time.